From the Bear Trap in Kenner, Louisiana, it's a terrific rivalry renewed as tonight from Bonneville High School in Kenner, Crescent City Sports is proud to bring you Louisiana High School basketball and the rivalry matchup in District 8-5A as the East Jefferson Warriors take on the Bonneville Bruins. And a pleasant good evening to you, Ken Trahan, along with the coach, Bill Gallagher. Well, what a matchup we have for you tonight. You're talking about two traditional rivals that date back to the early 1970s when one school came out of the other. Bonneville High School was born out of East Jefferson High School. And there was a commuting situation for the first few years of that school being created before their own facility opened in Kenner, and they were able to move here 2 years later. Bonneville's been here ever since, and they fostered quite a basketball program. Bill Gallagher with me, always a pleasure, Bill. And tonight's a special night, not just a rivalry renewed, but the retirement of a number and a special player, number 32, Shane Foster, who just had a magnificent career here at Bonneville High School from 2000 through 2004. He's a special player and as good a shooter as you'll ever find. And that familiar shot where he cocked that ball behind his head and could shoot from 25 to 30 feet. He was a great basketball player.
Coached against him on a number of times at Brother Martin, and quite arguably the best basketball player to come out of Bonneville. Certainly, he's also the all-time leading scorer at Vanderbilt, which is quite an accomplishment in the SEC. Played professionally, played overseas. Is doing wonderful things in the community up in Nashville right now, and now it's time for his high school community to do something great for him.
Well, just to refresh people, played for Glenn Dyer, and Micah Hagens was a teammate of his at Bonneville at the time. 23.4 points a game, 10 rebounds, 4 blocks, was all Metro MVP, and of course went on to Vanderbilt, and all he did there was become the leading scorer in the history of the basketball program for the Commodores. Was the SEC Player of the Year in 2008, Senior Class Award winner, and just a magnificent player and student, and a guy that's revered, and he helped Vanderbilt to NCAA tournament Sweet 16 in 04 and 07, made the tournament in 08 as well under Kevin Stallings at the time.
Right. I mean, he played at a great place in the SEC, made a name for himself there, and like I said, it's time for his community here at Bonneville, his high school, his hometown, Kenner, to come back and honor him with the retirement of his jersey tonight.
Well, of course, he's not playing tonight, but the Bonneville Bruins are playing, and they've got an awfully good basketball team under Micah Hagens in his first year as head coach, a former player, as mentioned, under Glenn Dyer, and an assistant under Coach Dyer for 10 years. And, of course, Glenn Dyer was a legendary coach, and therein lies one of the storylines tonight. You've got two first-year head coaches who are excellent coaches who have waited their turn at these programs, succeeding legendary coaches, Ryan DeSherry at East Jefferson and Glenn Dyer at Bonneville.
Well, Marcel Fisher certainly got some experience as a head coach at other places and has done quite well. Micah's in his first year as a head coach, although he's been here for the past 10 years as an assistant coach and has done a fine job.
Well, he really has, and I just have immense respect for all those gentlemen I just mentioned. First of all, Ryan DeSherry and Glenn Dyer, jobs well done, great careers, and then, of course, with Micah Hagens and with Marcel Fisher, same there. When you talk about Coach Fisher, Syracuse, New York native, graduate of the University of New York at Brockport, and he's previously coached at Clark, at Hanville, at John F. Kennedy, also coached at Cohen and Kip Renaissance, and took his teams to the state playoffs at 4 of those 5 stops. So he's eminently well prepared for this job.
Certainly is. And he's got a nice assistant coach that helps him out, Mitchell Johnson, who's the ex-head coach at St. Aug. Another guy that I consider a friend that I coached against, and I'm sure those two guys have really, are doing a really good job over at East Jefferson right now.
Yeah, Marcus Sims on the staff who played at EJ is an excellent player as well, and of course the Bonneville staff with Maurice Tynes, who's been here for a long time, along now with Darryl Bartley and Jeremy Johnson. So these are both good staffs. Now, the matchup itself, when you talk about East Jefferson 10-6, the record's a bit of a lie. They're good. Number one, they were missing 3 football players. Now they've got them, and they've been major contributors to this program because now you add them to the mix with the fine players they already have. Arthur Oliver was an outstanding quarterback for East Jefferson this year. K.J. Johnson, a really good athlete. Jermaine Gilliard, the same way. You add them to Jeff Landry, Chris Flippin, in particular. Now all of a sudden, this is a potent basketball team.
Yeah, on paper, it doesn't look like it might be that much of a matchup, but like you said, you got this influx of football players for East Jefferson right now, and hey, this is a rivalry game. This is EJ and Bonneville, so you kind of toss the record books out the window anyway, because these two teams are going to be playing for respect. They know each other. A lot of the kids know each other. If they don't grow up in the same neighborhoods, they're growing up close nearby. So this is a rivalry game, and anything can happen.
When you talk about the Bonneville Bruins, you start with Will Allen, the senior at 6'8", who is a Louisiana Tech signee. He's going to have a great future. Really nice young man. Interviewed him when he signed with Louisiana Tech, and of course he's imposing with his size, but they've got several good players on this team. Nomar Dijal is getting some attention from recruiters as well. He's only been playing basketball for a year and a half, 2 years. Great story. Averaging 14 a game. And Theo Johnson has been excellent as well. He averages 13 points a game, 5 assists as well.
Well, you got Will Allen averaging a double-double easily. 25 points and 14 rebounds. Easily. So you can see why Louisiana Tech is interested in this young man. And Nomar Dijal, coming from the Dominican Republic, he's only been here a couple of years, has picked up the game really well, has fit in well with these guys. And Theo Johnson, what catches my eye with Theo is his 5 assists. He's the guy that makes this thing go. He's going to be the front runner. He's going to be the guy with the ball. He's going to be the one dishing it out.
Well, we'll see about pace. Both teams want to move the ball and play quick if they can. Obviously, that's going to be interesting to watch. And, of course, the other thing about that is the rivalry. It's a great rivalry, and yet Bonneville's won the last 7 meetings in this rivalry. The last East Jefferson win was on January 13, 2017, when the Warriors won 49-46. But the games have been close. Last year was a perfect illustration. Bonneville won 45-42, and I fully expect it's going to be a similar type of game here this evening.
I really think it is too. Like you said, I think both teams are going to play a little bit of up-tempo. Looking at the stats they gave us, EJ shoots fairly well from the three-point line, so they could be bringing the ball down really quick and throwing up some shots from the outside. And then it's a matter of Will Allen cleaning up the misses on the inside for Bonneville. And it should be an exciting game.
Well, when you look at these programs, it doesn't take long to call the roll where coaches are concerned. Coach Rhodes was here at Bonneville at the start. Glenn Dyer then was here for 41 years, and now Micah Hagans. And, of course, with East Jefferson, how can you not think about a couple of legends? And Nick Revon, who, of course, was at St. Aloysius, a great player and coach, and then was a great coach at East Jefferson. He actually coached me on a playground, a Lakeshore playground. You talk about a guy that knew the game. Wow. He was pretty doggone good. And then they had Jim Robarts, who, of course, is, and both Jim Robarts and Nick Revon are in the All-State Sugar Bowl Greater New Orleans Sports Hall of Fame. That's how significant they were. So both of these programs have had that. The other thing they have in common is, boy, they've been close, but haven't been able to win that state title.
Right.
Bonneville a year ago, losing by 1 to Alexandria in the state championship game in Class 5A. Also lost in the 2017 championship game to Landry Walker in Lake Charles in a game that I covered. East Jefferson, well, they got to a state title game under Coach Revon as well, but lost that game to Jesuit back in the mid-1960s. And then, of course, most recently, Coach Robarts took them to Final Fours in consecutive years in 1994 and 95. So these programs have been there. They've been close, but they've got to break through and be that state champion.
Well, Coach Revon obviously hasn't been with us for a number of years now. He's passed away. Coached for a long, long time. I'm nowhere near his age, even though I am getting up there, but I'm nowhere near his age. But I played against Nick in a Knights of Columbus tournament, and he whooped me bad. He whooped me bad.
You made that decision to play against him, huh?
Oh,
wow.
My gosh.
What were you thinking anyway?
I was young and brash,
Well, it goes without saying. When you look at the schedules this year, Bonneville at 13-4, they played really good people. They have very good wins over Catholic of Baton Rouge, Brother Martin, St. Paul's, East Ascension, Capital, and Southern Lab. They were just terrific in that win on Saturday. Their losses to Calvary Baptist, who's elite, by the way. They're really good. To Jesuit, to Slidell, who's really good, and to Zachary, who's really good. Also, East Jefferson, conversely, they've beaten Warren Easton, they've beaten Carr, beaten John Curtis, lost to really good teams in Sophie B. Wright, McMain, Jesuit, North Shore, and St. Augustine. So both have played really good schedules, which is what's going to make you better.
Well, traditionally, they've not bowed down to anybody. They've always scheduled really tough schedules year in and year out. So that's nothing unusual for either one of these teams to be playing teams like they've played this year.
So, again, we expect this to be a very competitive, good game. Bonneville will be dressed in their home whites here this evening, and they have the gold numerals on top of those jerseys with black print. Easy to read. As for East Jefferson, wish me luck with the numbers because they're wearing dark blue numbers on black jerseys, which is...
Isn't that against the rules?
That's very difficult to discern.
It's against media rules, I believe. Huh?
So, very difficult to discern. But the starters take to the floor as we get set to get this one started, and we'll do our best to spot these numbers for East Jefferson. That's really... I'm giving you fair warning, and I'm making excuses already, but they're that... Am I exaggerating?
Not at all. We're courtside. We're not like up in the stands. We're as close as the coaches are.
And can't read them.
We can't read it.
I'm trying my best.
I think the officials are going to have trouble, too.
I do my best. Oh, yeah. They got to signal who's committed the foul, right? So, but Chris Flippin will step in to jump center for EJ. We know it will be Will Allen for Bonnabel as we get set to get underway here from the Bear Trap, the Bonneville High School Gymnasium in Kenner. Waiting for the officials to say let's go, and now we're just about ready to do so. So again, Will Allen jumping center against Chris Flippin. To get this one underway, it's Bonneville and East Jefferson. We're underway. The tap goes to EJ, and it's a fast break opportunity. Spin move, put it up, no good. Rebound, Will Allen. So Allen has his first board already.
Can't miss those easy shots like that, especially to start off the game.
Front court, here's Theo Johnson running the point. Man-to-man defense. Johnson left of the key. Top of the circle pass now, and now they swing it right back out top and restart the offense. East Jefferson again opens man-to-man. This is Vandell Smith with the ball. Dribble drive, got by one. Partially blocked and out of bounds. Flippin got the block, and they'll keep possession, Will Bonneville.
Bonneville's trying to post up Will Allen inside. He dug his guy deep into the hole there on that possession, but they could not get the ball into him. Good perimeter defense by EJ.
Smith in the bounce pass, gets away and stolen a turnover. And now it's turned right back over. And now they scramble for the ball. And there's got to be a jump ball call, alternating possession to Bonneville. So Bonneville will keep possession on the alternating possession off the turnover by East Jefferson, their first of the game. And Smith will bring it in. He does so out top. This is Jefferson back to Vandell Smith. Smith runs it now. The 1-2-2 set on the dribble handoff. Jefferson has it taken away. Going the other way. Dribble drive. Left hand up. No good, but a foul. So 2 shots are coming off the Bonneville turnover here. Foul's going to work against Nomar Dijal, who commits his first team foul on the Bruins, and at the free throw line to shoot 2. This is KJ Johnson. Johnson's first is up and in. So there's your first point of the game as East Jefferson grabs the early lead within the first minute of the contest. Second one right-handed up. He buried both. Warriors with a 2-0 lead, and a little bit of man-to-man pressure here applied by East Jefferson. Theo Johnson, crossover dribble, got to the paint, and one. Great move by Theo Johnson, and he'll get to the free throw line with a chance for the three-point play.
Yeah, Johnson just kind of setting up his man there, waiting for his opening there. He's got a quick first step, took it, and went right to the goal.
Malik Reese commits the foul. It's his first, and team foul number 1. And now an opportunity to give Bonneville the early lead. Put it up and put it in. Three-point play by Theo Johnson and a 3-2 lead for the Bruins with 6:50 to play in the first quarter.
Bonneville sitting in the zone. We're going to make East Jefferson shoot from the outside.
2-3 look. Get it to the postman. It's a good place to start to create. From the left elbow, bam. Sharp. Looked like number 2, Arthur Oliver, the outstanding 2-sport star. And it's a 5-3 lead for EJ. An answer is too strong. Offensive rebound. Allen back up and in. Strong.
Strong, nice move.
Will Allen ties it at 5, his second board of the game. At the 6:10 mark of the first quarter. At the high post, flipping. Oliver already has buried a 3. He'll try another. Box out and controlled by Jefferson. Post up Allen. Goes to work. He'll put it in.
Yeah.
Catches it that low. There's no way you're going to be able to stop him there, Bill.
Oh, no, not a guy like that. He's way down there inside the block, catching the ball right there, and he just takes one good hook step inside and puts it in.
Theo Johnson the assist and a Bonnabel lead of 2. Over the zone, and that's too strong. Allen skies. He's controlling the boards early, isn't he?
He's making his presence known right from the start.
Johnson for 3 off the bounce. And look at Allen work for the board against 2 Warriors. Before he could stick it back, he draws the foul. He's got 4 rebounds already.
He works hard.
And that's on Malik Reese, and that's his second foul already for East Jefferson. So issues there. Of course, it was on the floor, so no free throws taken here. Go right back to Allen against the double. He's short. And a good job by Flippin as he gets the board. Oliver to Flippin. And Flippin shows good touch, Bill.
Nice for a big man.
This game is tied at 7. 4:48 to play in the first. Johnson off the bounce. Vandell Smith behind the back to Allen.
Oh.
Showtime.
You can't defend that.
That's awesome. And a 9-7 lead. Great pass by Smith. Allen is imposing his will.
Well, and the awareness by Allen to wait for the pass, too, to know the pass is coming.
Behind the back. Step through. Left-hand runner is no good, and Will Allen's got his 5th board already. Big man has really come up big early in this one.
He sure has. He's made his presence known.
Saved it, but now out of bounds, and a turnover on Bonneville, their second. As Vandell Smith got penetration but lost control.
A little too fast of himself right there. Got ahead of himself.
Just under the 4-minute mark, a 9-7 lead for the Bruins. Oliver. Johnson flipping at the high post.
Whoa.
He's hit 2 now.
You know, I don't mind the zone defense, but you still have to defend the shots. You can't just give them an open look.
Well, Flippin now has 5, and East Jefferson has a 10-9 lead on the drive. Whistle and a foul. If that's on Reese, that's his 3rd already. East Jefferson has got to substitute here for Reese.
Here he comes, somebody.
Huge problem there. He's got all 3 of the fouls committed by the Warriors, and we'll get our first substitution of the game. And stay with me on the number. I'll try hard.
The Bruins over here, dog. The Bruins over here.
One.
Looks like 20. Gilliard.
Yeah, 20.
Long 3 ball here. On the run. Nice pass, Gilliard. On the run here with the right-handed runner, no good. Chip up, no good. And there's Will Allen for another rebound.
I'm a little surprised he didn't get the offensive rebound at the other end. He's slipping a little bit.
He's got 6 already to go with 6 points. Slipped and fell and called timeout. Smart move. Lost his balance.
Hagen's got the timeout over there.
Took the timeout with 3:05 to play in the first. And a 10-9 lead for East Jefferson. Crescent City Sports Prep Basketball is brought to you by Ochsner Sports Medicine Institute. At Ochsner Sports Medicine Institute, each patient receives the same personalized care and innovative treatment as the professional athletes they treat every day. Get back in the game as quickly and safely as possible with the team that treats more than 30,000 athletes per year. Learn more at ochsner.org/sportsmed. Thanks to Ochsner Sports Medicine Institute for their support of CrescentCitySports.com to be able to bring you such a good game here this evening. And it is so far. 10-9 Warriors at the 3:05 mark. Bruin basketball. And they'll simply flipping it backcourt to Johnson and reset. EJ's been man-to-man the whole time thus far, Bill.
Yes, they have, even with the foul trouble.
Now they go zone as I speak in the middle.
What do we know?
And lay it up and in. They got the zone beat easily there and stuck in by Jefferson, his first two, and it's 11-10. Bonnabel back on top. We've had 6 lead changes already
penetration
in this game.
From the free throw line.
6 lead changes and 2 ties here in this first quarter.
There's a long way to go.
Flippin's been tough from the top of the circle, but he throws this one away.
Well, they came up and defended him that down. Didn't give him the open look.
Lost the dribble, saves it. Allen wisely comes out top to help out. Now gets it back right side to Vandell Smith. Jefferson, nice move, couldn't finish. Gilliard with the rebound, his second. Flippin, will he challenge Allen? Faces up on him, Allen stuffed him and clears it.
Yeah. Like I said before, you just got to challenge the shots.
Nice pass for 3. Bang. Dijon, the assist to Johnson and a timeout. With 1:44 to play in the first, biggest lead for Bonneville, now up 14-10 on the 3 ball. Set up beautifully by Theo Johnson. Recognition. Dijon able to spot up and step into that shot and knocked it down. So the Bruins in transition, but so far it's the Will Allen show. 6 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 block here in the first quarter, which is not done yet.
Well, let's see what East Jefferson does out of the timeout. They had more success with their man-to-man defense. Switched over to the zone, and Bonnabel's been able twice to just penetrate right through for layups, and then a drive and kick out for a 3-pointer to the next possession. They may have to go back to that man-to-man.
Bonnabel sets up in zone. Flipping at the high post. Just a 2-3 zone. Inside out. Flippin gets it back and puts it in. Great give and go there. The assist to Trey Knighton. And Flippin finishes. He's got 7 points, and it's 14-12.
Much better ball movement on East Jefferson's part, that possession.
Both teams playing zone now. Knocked out of bounds, and the Bruins will keep it in front court. Right at 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Intimidated, but Allen's there and he gets fouled. Boy, Will Allen with his 8th rebound of the game will go to the free throw line. They just don't have anybody to be able to stop him or contain him at this point. KJ Johnson, the foul.
You know, the one slight knock I heard on Allen was that he wasn't aggressive enough. Well,
guess what?
Not tonight.
You got a bad scouting report. There's his 7th point of the game. Good looking free throw as well. As I mentioned, really nice young man, having had the opportunity to come interview him for his signing with Louisiana Tech. Second one is up and in. Allen with 8 points and a 16-12 Bruin lead, under a minute to play in the first quarter. Flippin down low, double team, put it up, drew the foul. He'll shoot 2. Boy, Flippin is having a very good first quarter as well.
Battle of the big men.
Foul on Dijol, and that's his second foul. So Dijol with 2, and Reese has 3 on the other side of things. Flippin's free throw is in the bottom of the sack. Flippin with 8 points.
Well, I mentioned Will Allen averaging a double-double this season, 25 points and 14 rebounds. Well, Flippin's averaging 12 points and 12 rebounds, so he's a big guy in that too.
2 bigs looking the part early in this one. Flippin 6'9", Allen 6'8". Second one up. Back rim, offensive rebound. For 3. Another offensive board, no. And finally Allen clears. Killer crossover. Dribble penetration. Great job of getting down. Now the tie-up will give it to East Jefferson, but still good hustle. Get on the floor. You love to see players.
You like to see guys on the floor.
16-13 lead for Bonnabel here. With 22 seconds left, a 16-13 lead for the Bruins. Could play for one shot now. Stuck it. KJ Johnson with 4. Time for one more shot. It's going to be a long 3. No. At the buzzer, and the first quarter comes to a close, and a really good one, as we thought it would be. 16-15 is the lead for Bonneville at the end of one quarter, and again, this quarter was back and forth, Bill. You talk about 6 lead changes, 2 ties, and a very close game.
Yeah, I think the biggest lead was only a 4-point lead by Bonneville at 14-10, and now it's 16-15. It's everything that we thought we were going to get tonight.
Yep.
Really tight game. And the 2 big guys have really stepped up and made a difference in this game so far. 2 big guys.
No doubt. So, 16-15 at the end of one quarter. Will Allen with 8 points, 9 rebounds in the first quarter. And Flippin with 8 points, 2 rebounds for East Jefferson. So the 2 big men getting it done, Bill.
Both of them well on their way to a double-double tonight.
6'9" and 6'8". You don't see a lot of size, right? But you see it in this game.
You might see one of those guys. You don't see one on each side very often.
Second quarter set to begin. And on the alternating possession, Bonneville has it at center court. Jacques Jefferson to get it in, and does so in backcourt to Vandale Smith. Second quarter underway. Again, they stay in the zone. That's a 1-2-2 look now for each, or 1-3-1, if you will, as they try to change things up here. Bruins trying to dissect it, taking their time, figuring out where to go, getting directions from Micah Higgins about which way to go now. Find the open shooter in the right corner. Too strong, and Gilliard's rebounding well. His 4th already.
Nice ball movement, just didn't get the results off of it.
KJ Johnson. Oliver patient. That's the 2-3 Bonneville zone. Tried to go short corner and make the extra pass and got the roll.
Nice touch by Flippin.
Flippin able to put it home. Johnson the assist. Flippin with 9, and East Jefferson takes a 17-16 lead. 7th lead change of the game. Split 2. Fought to get it back and then got fouled from behind by Gilliard, it appeared.
You're doing pretty well with those numbers.
Gilliard's first personal. That's team foul number 5 on East Jefferson. And a substitution for the Warriors. Trey Knighton will check in for the first time. So Knighton comes on, the junior guard at 6 foot. Penetration, Allen down low, too strong. And Good job by the Warriors to get the board. Here comes Arthur Oliver. Nice pass to Flippin, and he stuck it in. Beautifully done. Oliver to Flippin, and Flippin's in double figures with 11, and East Jefferson with its biggest lead now.
What East Jefferson's done is gotten the ball down at the low block the last 2 possessions, and when you get the ball down there, you can do a whole lot of things with the ball.
3-point bulge for EJ. That's blocked and taken away. Quickly the other way. Off the drive. Turnover gives it back. Now kicked out of bounds. Johnson got the block.
With a foul.
Bonnabel keeps the ball. Johnson got the foul, right? So that's 16 fouls on East Jefferson. Only 2 for Bonnabel. So we hit the 6-minute mark. Taken away, we're in the game. Warriors playing very hard, playing very well early in this game.
Yeah, like I said, a rival game, a traditional game. You're going to play hard. You don't want to be embarrassed.
Both teams content to sit back and zone now. Allen down low, too strong. So Will Allen's in double figures now with 10. And the Bruins are within 1. Bernard Hubbard in the game for Bonnabel. This is off the mark. Knocked out of bounds to the Bruins. So Bonnabel gets it back with a chance to reclaim the lead at the 5:26 mark. Behind the back. And they'll call the foul out high against Trey Knights in his first. And that's going to be 1-1. So the 7th team foul against East Jefferson means Bonnabel will shoot free throws the rest of the quarter. We'll get a substitution for EJ. That's going to be KT Trepanier checking in for the first time. Trepanier, a 6-foot sophomore. At the free throw line, here is Vandell Smith in the 1-on-1. And he'll get the bonus. Smith trying to give Bonnabel the lead, and he does. So back and forth we go. A 1-point lead for the Bruins.
Another lead change.
At the 5:15 mark of the first half. Bonnabel stays zone. It's been that 2-3 look throughout.
What East Jefferson has done, though, is they've put Flippin down at the low post and took him out of the high post to try to get some action down that way.
Good effort defensively there by Bernard Hubbard. Goes out of bounds, though, to EJ. And another substitution for the Warriors. And they're going to come back with Malik Reese with those fouls he's playing with 3 by our count. So he has to be very careful.
Interesting substitution.
He has the ball here and dribble penetrates. Flippin comes up with it in the paint, almost a 3-second call. Able to clear it out of there and get out of the lane. Nice pass to Flippin and 1. Can't do it any better than that.
That's what EJ is trying to do right now with Flippin at the low post. They're trying to penetrate with a drive, which they did right there, or before they put the ball at the high post and then trying to get him open underneath, pinning Allen below him, and it's working right now for East Jefferson.
Jefferson the foul, and Reese, by the way, comes out that way.
Offense-defense substitution in the second quarter.
Flippin with 13 points is short. And the rebound controlled by Bonnabel, and Omar Dijal his first board. 21-20 lead for EJ is back up as the lead keeps changing hands. Near the timeline, he's in backcourt.
They called a foul.
They called a push. He stepped on the line, but he was pushed by Arthur Oliver, who picks up his first, and that's another 1-on-1 situation for Bonnabel. So East Jefferson piling up some fouls there. They've got 8 now. Back to the free throw line goes Vandell Smith, where he hit 2 just a moment ago.
And I know, Ken, you and I have talked about this before in previous years. The Bonneville has nobody underneath, everybody back on defense.
Yep.
Why do you do that? You just gave them a rebound.
So off with a miss. Down low. Is it going to count or not?
Charge.
Offensive foul. So player control foul. Won't count. Oliver's second. EJ turnover is only their fourth. We've only had 6 turnovers in the game, so pretty cleanly played to this point. Warriors up 1 at the 4:15 mark. Capanier guarding out high and pressuring. Fumbled away and stolen, and Capanier comes up with it. Off the dribble drive. Nice floater is in. Arthur Oliver, who's got 5, gives EJ a 3-point lead. 3:55 to play in the half. Thought about it for the tie. Strong rebound flipping and gets it out of there quickly. On the run. Down the alley. Lay it up and in. Strong move by Oliver again. The quarterback of the football team is the quarterback of the basketball team.
He's showing his athleticism on his last 2 possessions.
And it's a 5-point Warrior lead at the 3:30 mark. Here's Smith. Getting it back. Got to start going back to Allen, don't they?
Well, they've got him in the low post too, but they got nobody in the high post, so it's going to be really hard to get it to Allen.
All perimeter there, but an offensive rebound.
Somebody's got to come up at the high post.
Dribble drive left hand, put back is good by Allen.
That's one way of getting it to him.
You got that right. He's in double-double already. 12 points, 10 rebounds. In the first half alone, it's 25-22.
Flipping's not going to be far behind, I'm sure.
Nice inside-out pass there, but too strong. And the 2 bigs fight for it. Jump ball called, alternating possession, East Jefferson. It's CJ Ball on the alternating possession, and Warriors will come back with Malik Reese for offensive purposes along with Trey Knighton. 3-point lead, EJ at the 2:45 mark. Here's flipping. Oh, it's rejected by Allen, but cleared. He got it back. He put it up. He missed that, and Allen got it. Beautiful left corner pass. Got it. And this game is tied. The assist by Theo Johnson, and knocking it down was Dijon, who's got 2 triples in the game. We're tied at 25. What a good game.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Bounce pass knocked away. It is stolen. And saving it. Good hustle.
Yeah, not a good pass to make when you're inside like that.
Dijon inspiring this team on both ends. 2-minute mark, tied at 25. Turns, flips it, and missed it. Scramble, controlled by East Jefferson. And Knighton. Warriors a chance to recapture the lead. Back it off the bounce. High post and back right away. Again, big man position down low. Patience here by the Warriors.
They're looking to get it inside the flipping it, but Allen's not allowing that to happen.
This is Oliver. Dribble penetration.
That's another charge.
Crashed into the defender. Got to go the other way. Oliver's got 3 fouls now, so foul trouble really mounting for East Jefferson. 10 team fouls on the Warriors. 2 players with 3 fouls each. Marcel Fisher yelling instructions to his players.
Not looking to make any substitutions, though.
Well, he's subbed freely here in the half. But they'll play on with 1:10 to play in the half. Now 1 minute to play in the half. Tied at 25, and this pass is thrown away.
Go get it.
That ball's going to go all the way out of bounds in front court, so they'll get it on the baseline. Turnover for Bonneville. That's why. Explain why you're saying go get it.
Well, because if you're East Jefferson, go get the ball. Especially if nobody's going after, go get it and get a layup out of it. If you're Bonneville, catch it as quickly as you can in the backcourt, because that's where they get the ball. Now they get, like you said, they get the ball underneath their basket. Now they would have gotten it at half court instead.
Under a minute to play in the half. 50 seconds and counting. Penetration, 3-ball, right corner, buried. Warriors up by 3. Assist to Knighton. And a 3-ball from K.J. Johnson, who's got 7. He's been good. 3-point lead, E.J. 34 seconds to play in the half.
You would think they look for one shot here, but I think they're going to go for an open shot.
Dribble penetration, it's swatted away, picked up, stuck back and in. That's Jefferson on the stick back. In a 1-point game, EJ can play for the last shot. We're down to 8 seconds here. We're down to 6 seconds, to 5, 4. Here's a 3-ball, a left elbow buried. What a way to finish the half. Theo Johnson with 6. And the East Jefferson Warriors take a 4-point lead to the break, 31-27. Crescent City Sports Prep Basketball is brought to you by Louisiana Dental Center, your dental home team with 19 locations throughout Southeast Louisiana. We'll see you today. Go to ladentalcenter.com to find out more. All the Warriors taking the fight to the Bruins at home here on a special night for Bonneville. And EJ with a 31-27 lead at the half. And Bill, they've done it inside out, but what's really interesting about the Warriors in this game is they've really done it with basically 3 guys scoring most of the way. They've done most of the scoring for East Jefferson.
Well, Flippins had a really good game. He hit a couple of shots outside early, and then they moved him down into the low post, and he's been just a monster downside on the inside at the low post. K.J. Johnson's come up with some big shots. They've hit the ball inside and out, like you said. They're moving the ball around, they're moving it in, then kicking it out. So they're doing everything that you want as a coach, that you want to see your team do against the zone. Work the ball around, find the weakness in the defense. When the defense shifts one way or the other, you're going to find some soft spot. Be patient and find it. If it's a 3, take it. If it's inside, take it inside.
Well, that's really what's happened. And again, both teams have really settled in playing zone, right, Bill?
Yeah, and they both started off in man-to-man. We kind of thought EJ would go zone a little bit sooner than they did when they got into foul trouble, but they waited a little bit longer. But as it is, they've got a 4-point lead. They do have a couple of guys in free throw in foul trouble, but once you can play a good zone, defend the shots, and you can still be aggressive in your defense. It's kind of hard to preach that, but to teach that, but you can do that. Okay.
Special ceremony coming up here at halftime with Shane Foster having his number 32 retired. Bill will rejoin me here in a moment or two as that ceremony is going to begin. We're going to be listening into that and then have a chance to show you a little bit about Shane Foster and just who he is and what he accomplished in his brilliant career here at Bonneville High School, because he was some awesome player. Number 32, played here from 2000 to 2004 and was an all-state performer. Averaged 23.4 points a game, 10 rebounds, 4 blocks, and was an All-Metro MVP player at Bonneville, and then went on to Vanderbilt, became the leading scorer in the history of the program with 2,011 points in a brilliant career. 3 NCAA tournaments, a pair of Sweet 16s, played overseas for 4 years, and you just couldn't do much more than he accomplished in his brilliant career. And he's being honored here this evening as well. He should be, with what he was able to accomplish over his tremendous career at Bonneville. And again, going on to Vanderbilt. And I know you saw him play, Bill. Shane Foster was just a guy that, look, if he caught the ball 26, 27 feet in, he was a threat.
Well,
really that good.
Well, we played him. I specifically remember playing them in the playoffs in 2004. When being at Brother Martin, we ended up winning the state championship, but we had to play them in the quarterfinals at our gym, and he was a handful. And I guess we had a good plan against him, a good plan. we kept switching men off of him. So we had big Courtney Wallace at that time. We put a big guy up against him, but then we would switch him off and play DJ Augustine against him or Ryan Brock against him. But you had to do that because if he got comfortable one way or the other, like you said, he could step outside that 3-point line. So we had to get somebody that could go out there and guard him against that 3-point shot. Then he would work inside. We had to get Courtney in there to guard to put up there. So it worked out to our advantage. We ended up beating them by 3 points, I believe. But he was a handful, and not just for us. I mean, for everybody that he played throughout his high school and college career, he was a handful.
Just a brilliant player. He's being honored here tonight, as well he should be, with the way he's been able to perform over the course of his career and taking to the court right now. And it's just great to see him back in town because this is a guy that everybody liked personally, aside from the fact that he was such a great player as well. And he's here to receive his just reward tonight with family on hand as well. You know, it's a long time removed since high school, 2004. But let's listen in now as Micah Higgins is addressing the crowd. And let's listen in to the ceremony and the jersey retirement here. Coach Micah Higgins, a high school teammate of Shane
in Bonneville basketball.
Here we go.
We're bringing Shane Foster back. He graduated in 2004. Shane was one of probably the best basketball player to ever come through Bonneville. And we felt like it was time to bring him back to the trap. So when Shane graduated from here, he went on to play at Vanderbilt University, was the all-time leading scorer there. Then he went on to get drafted by the Dallas Mavericks in 2008. I'm excited about this day because this is my best friend. So when I look at who should be up in the rafters, you know, we got to think about somebody who exemplifies what it means to be a Bruin and a student athlete. And Shane has made wonderful relationships with everyone here. You know, we had his book signing earlier. A lot of teachers and principals came back to see him, and that's the kind of the person he is. So when I thought about putting somebody up on a wall, the first person ever in boys basketball history, you know, Shane was a no-brainer. And to have him back, what he means to our community, what he means to myself, the family, and Bonneville basketball is immeasurable. So I'm excited to have him here, and we're going to make it official today. We're going to shut down number 32. It'll never be worn in Bonneville basketball history ever again. We're going to shut it down and put him up in the rafters forever. And, you know, for myself and Bonneville basketball, my family, not just being my brother, but, you know, just being a true friend, I want to thank you for everything you've done for me. Bonneville basketball, these kids, and the Nashville community, the Kenner community. We want to thank you. We appreciate you, man. And one of my first things I did when I took this job was, you know, I thought about you first. I wanted to hire a staff, and I wanted to make sure I was able to put you where you belong in Bonneville history. So just know from the bottom of my heart and all of these kids and Coach Moore and the staff, we want to say we love you, man. We thank you. Your spot here is solidified in history. I want your grandkids to come back and be able to see you in the Raptors, man. I love you. And this is your day, man. This is for you, man. We appreciate you, man. So Shane Foster, man, is going to the Raptors forever.
Well said.
Number 32, big hug from his close friend Micah Higgins and former teammate, very special. Now we get a chance to listen in.
I want to thank God because without God, none of this is possible. I want to thank my family, my wonderful family who's here. I want to thank all the teachers, all the principals, all the janitors, everybody that came through earlier for the book. You know, and most importantly, I also want to thank my best friend, my brother from another mother. None of this happens without you, man. We grind right here on this same floor, in the park, in the community, in college, we did it. We stayed in touch, we challenged each other. This doesn't happen without you. My success is your success, always has been, always will be. I just want to say this to everybody in the crowd, you know, I wrote a book that told my whole story, from birth all the way up to what I'm doing now in terms of engaging men to end violence against women and girls around the world, so something that's really important to me. But none of this happens without a village. It takes a village to raise a child. And everybody in these stands, everybody that came to support the book, the people who couldn't be here who are streaming online, everybody poured into me, which is what made this possible. And so this book is an opportunity for me to pour back into y'all, for me to pour back into your kids, and pour back into the community, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And I've been able to do some amazing things over the course of my life and over the course of my career, and I've learned a lot of lessons along the way. It's amazing to have a jersey with my number on it, in the Raptors forever. The only thing I can say is thank you. I love every one of y'all. Appreciate it.
So Shane Foster, number retired, now picture opportunities to take place. And why not? A special night and a special honor for a special player in Shane Foster. Really good player and a better person. And again, he's a guy that's really revered in Nashville. If you go there, he does games for them, and he's highly respected. They love the way he plays, but they like him even better as a person. So, special night, and the recognition is well deserved here tonight for Shane Foster. And again, great to see him come back home, if you will. I'm sure there are some memories that were stoked as soon as he walked in the building here this evening, because he hasn't been back in a while, and there's no doubt that he's excited about this, but that is also the case for everybody associated with Bonneville High School and the Bonneville basketball program, to be sure. Well, Shane Foster's college alma mater, Vanderbilt, also sent along their well wishes, and why not? As they sent along their well wishes for Shane's jersey retirement here this evening. So we invite you now to take a look.
Shane Foster, my brother, my friend, my golf partner, even though neither one of us will be joining the PGA Tour anytime soon. But seriously, man, congratulations on the huge honor of getting your jersey retired by your high school. On behalf of myself and Commodore Nation, we thank you for how you've represented Vanderbilt University on and off the court. Hope you enjoy your night. It is well deserved. Anchor down.
Hi, my name is Candace Lee, and I'm the Athletics Director at Vanderbilt University. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about Shane Foster. I first met Shane when he was a senior in high school. He came on an official visit to campus with his family, and I think we were all blown away because we knew immediately that he was going to be special. Now, that's not a surprise to any of you, and I'm sure not a surprise to people who know Shane. So I just want to say on behalf of the Vanderbilt Commodores, we are so proud of you, and congratulations on your jersey being retired. Anchor down.
Obvious that Vanderbilt has great appreciation for Shane Foster, too, as you saw. And we appreciate them helping us out by getting us that here this evening to show you a little bit of what Shane was all about. I remember a 42-point game against Mississippi State that he had. Of course, some game-ending shots that were huge. I remember a 30-footer he hit in the NCAA tournament, buried it. But again, what I always remembered about Shane was he shot the ball from up high, and he brought it back behind his head. You could not get to that shot. And to be able to perfect that type of style was so difficult. I mean, just try to do that sometime, especially leaving your feet.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is that he's got big brothers, and he had to shoot it that way to get it over his big brother's head.
Yeah, very, very appreciative of Vanderbilt and Coach Stackhouse for sending their well wishes to Shane Foster. Richly deserved. Again, he's revered on the campus of Vanderbilt University as well. It is halftime here in this great rivalry in East Jefferson. We told you they would be tough, and they have been. 31-27 lead over Bonneville here this evening as we look back at some of the numbers from the first half. Again, one of the stats that really stood out is the fact that East Jefferson's compiled 10 team fouls to just 3 for Bonneville. They got a couple of players and some foul issues with Oliver and Reese to watch for in the second half. But individually, the scoring for Bonneville, Vandell Smith had 2 points and an assist. Theo Johnson with 3 points, 3 assists, and a rebound. Jacque Jefferson with 4 points and a rebound. Nomar Dijal, a pair of 3-pointers, has 6 points to go along with a rebound, and their leading scorer is the Louisiana Tech signee, Will Allen. He has 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 blocked shots. For the East Jefferson Warriors, only 4 players scored. Malik Reese in foul trouble, hit a 3-ball. He's got 3. KJ Johnson with 5 points in the first half. Arthur Oliver, 9 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, and a block. And Chris Flippin was outstanding with 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block shot in the first half. So each team has hit a couple of threes. Both teams have been to the free throw line a few times. Bonnabel is 4 for 5 from the line thus far. And East Jefferson is 3 for 5. So the same number of foul shots. And so nothing that's not equal there, even though the fouls are a great disparity to this point in time. All right, so both teams playing zone. What have you seen thus far, Bill? East Jefferson's been maybe just slightly more aggressive in this game to this point.
Well, except for Allen. Allen's been really started this game off really aggressive for Bonneville. But they've been able to at least neutralize him a little bit or stay with him a little bit. Flippin picked up his game, stepped his game up, and is hanging right with him. Do you stay in zone both ways? I don't know if everybody's going to stay in the zone. East Jefferson might because they've got the foul trouble. Bonneville has nobody in foul trouble. They can afford to be a little bit more aggressive. But I'm also, in my years of coaching, I know that, it may be 10 fouls to 3 fouls right now, but that can turn around in a snap of a finger in the second half. All of a sudden, the calls start going the other way. So you just got to, you come out with a plan, you see what that plan is, whether that plan works or not. You got to be flexible enough to switch back and forth from man to zone.
Mentioned earlier, Nick Revon took his EJ Warriors to the state championship game. Lost to Jesuit back in the mid-'60s in that game, 173 in 1965, the Dick Francis's team. But Ryan DeSherry also took EJ to a state championship game in 2014, lost to their district rival Landry Walker. Now that league for several years was unreal, so good it still is. When you're talking about Helen Cox had a great run, they were really good.
Right.
Higgins was good, East Jefferson really good, West Jeff good. And then, of course, Landry Walker, terrific in 5A at that time, and Bonnabel.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about good. You mentioned Eric, they won one in the Katrina year as well. So that district traditionally, 8-5A, has been one of the best in Louisiana.
You got a lot of good athletes. Now, that district mostly is a West Bank district. You do have EJ and Bonnabel in there, but you got a lot of good athletes on that West Bank. And there's enough on the West Bank that they can, they can go to Higgins, they can go to Eric, they can go to West Jeff, they can go to Cox, and all 4 of them can have good teams. So it's it rivals, I'm partial to the Catholic League, but it rivals the Catholic League as far as, day in, day out, you got to be ready to play. Anybody can beat anybody.
Yeah, I didn't even mention Chalmette. Of course, Chalmette was terrific, and they got to the Final Four under Butch Stockton with Mitchell Robinson, who's in the NBA now. So, again, really good teams in that league. Okay, so East Jefferson opened with stingy man-to-man, got in foul trouble, went zone. It seemed to really help them. Yes,
it did, because they played aggressive zone. They did not just let the ball get entered inside to Allen. They made him work for it. They put a little pressure up top, and Vandell Smith had a little bit of trouble handling the ball, a little bit ahead of himself a couple of times, but they stayed aggressive even in that zone. They didn't just sit back and play a flat zone. They tried to be as aggressive as they could out of it.
They have. Both teams preparing for the start of the second half. Again, a 4-point lead for the Warriors, and boy, you look back at that first half, just not much separation between the two teams. 4 points was the biggest separation we saw in the first half. The 4-point lead for Bonnabel and then a 4-point lead for EJ. So it's been tight throughout the course of the first half. You had 10 lead changes in the half and 3 ties. That's how back and forth this game has been, and you kind of expect it to be that way the rest of the way.
I don't see any reason why it couldn't be. I mean, 10 that's a lot of lead changes.
Really is back and forth, and as mentioned, Bonneville led by 4 twice at 14-10 and 16-12, and East Jefferson with its biggest lead right now. Actually, East Jefferson did have a 5-point lead. Let me correct that, at 25-20. So they actually did have a 5-point lead once in the half as they went on a 6-0 run. Not many runs in this game, as mentioned. It's been back and forth. Second half set to begin. Change directions. Bonneville will have the ball first. Going left to right as you watch. Crescent City Sports Prep Basketball is brought to you by Riverlands Insurance Services, who encourages you to make your insurance game plan today. Riverlands is a proud recipient of the Top Insurance Workplace Award for 2019 from Insurance Business America. Call Riverlands at 1-800-336-4579 or go to riverlandsinsurance.com. East Jefferson open zone. They immediately pounded down low and put it up. No good. Allen couldn't finish. Good rebound and a save for East Jefferson.
That was a good look there. Good entry pass. A good look by Allen. It just didn't fall.
Got it where they wanted to for sure.
Yeah.
Reese got the rebound. And East Jeff with its first possession against that floating zone, the 2-3 zone. That's what Bonnabel's played throughout. No real variation on that. Warriors will play patient. They can make them come out of this if they want to, and that's what they're doing.
They could.
They want Bonnabel to come play the ball, as Coach Fisher has opted to take that strategy. Now,
and so they
Bonnabel
have come out a little bit. Opens up the high post when you do that.
Flipping, has to flip it back out.
They're going to be patient. They're running their offense.
In the lane, got a great look. Malik Reese has 5, and East Jefferson has its biggest lead of 6 points. That was great patience. He found an opening and just stuck it in the painted area.
Well, like I said before, that's what you do against the zone. You just keep moving the ball around, and you're going to find that soft spot. Good recognition.
Randall Smith. Here's Theo Johnson. Nope. Side of the rim. Long rebound in the corner. Out of bounds to EJ.
Now, this is what Bonneville cannot do. They cannot get caught into this, let me jack up the first shot that comes around here. They're now down by 6. It's one. You hear coaches say this all the time. It's one play at a time. It's one possession at a time, and it truly is. You don't have to get it all back at one time.
Great pass to Flippin, who puts it in. Warriors playing great basketball right now.
So far, the halftime adjustments seem to favor East Jefferson.
Flippin with 16, and the lead is the largest at 8 points. Good ball movement here.
Right, a little bit more patience.
Euro step and a finish. Theo Johnson has 5. Stops the mini run, and it's now 35-29 Warriors. East Jefferson able to get some dribble penetration against Bonneville, who's now matched up man-to-man. So they got him out of zone, Bill. Great pass. Another great pass. Just great ball movement by the Warriors. Flippin finishes with authority from Knighton.
Well, that time they got no backside help from Bonneville. They didn't drop down on the backside.
Couldn't finish that. Here comes EJ on the run. And a turnover. The 6th for East Jefferson. And they turn it right back over, but he's out of bounds. Still great hustle by the Warriors.
They're playing hard. The kids are playing hard.
8-point lead for EJ at the 5:01 mark of the third quarter. Tried to take it to the big man. That wasn't going to happen. Oliver the other way. Floater goes.
Bonneville needs a timeout here.
Oliver
got it.
Double figures with 11 points. And the East Jefferson Warriors have opened up a double-digit lead at 39-29 with 4:48 to play in the third. Taking it to them, Bill.
Well, Will Allen hasn't come out this half like he did to start the game. He's kind of sat himself down at the low block, which worked in the first half, but they're not getting the ball to him. They tried a couple of shots over the big guys with their smaller guys. Doesn't work. Allen's just not a factor right now on the boards or getting the ball into his hands in the offensive possession. So they got to get him more involved into the offense.
Senior forward Christopher Flippin at 6'9" is making a name for himself in this game. And Arthur Oliver. Now you know why he's such a good athlete, how important he was when he rejoined this team or joined this team after the football season ended.
Yep.
He's a good athlete. He's really instigated things. He's got 11 points, 3 rebounds, a couple of assists, and a block shot.
He's really impressive, really impressive.
Micah Higgins had to have a timeout, trying to make adjustments here. Bruin basketball down 10. And you can see the Warriors brimming with confidence now.
Yeah, this could be the biggest deficit of the year for Bonneville right now. 10 points.
Randall Smith against the zone for 3. Not close.
Too quick.
Real quick shot. Flippin got the board, and here they come on the other end. Down low, and they call a foul on a block. 2 shots are coming. Aggressive. Pushed it right away.
Good outlet pass by Flippin. Started it off.
Foul is on Smith, his first. And the first foul called in this quarter on either team. At the line, here's Oliver. Aggressive as can be. He's got 11 points. And now 12. Biggest lead of 11 for East Jefferson. Oliver's got them both. 13 in the game. And the Warriors up 41-29. Long 3. Boy, they're settling, aren't they?
They sure are. See, that they still haven't gotten Allen involved in the offense.
East Jefferson zone has accomplished everything it wanted. Reese's 3rd rebound. Bonnabel having to play man, and they're trying to create turnovers, but an overplay will create dribble penetration. There it is. Oh, my. Sharp as can be. He is a good-looking player, isn't he?
He really is.
Arthur Oliver. He's got 15 now. Finally, a triple. As Knight knocks it down.
Fix the net.
And they fixed the net. The assist to Johnson is 4th. Bonneville needed that badly. It's an 11-point game. Challenged him, and that's an offensive foul.
Right into him.
Will Allen took the hit. Turnover EJ on the offensive foul committed by Knighton. His second, first team foul on EJ. At the 3:36 mark, 3rd quarter, and an 11-point lead for the Warriors.
East Jefferson's, growing this 2-headed monster now with Oliver on the outside and Flippin on the inside. It's hard for Bonneville to match up with it.
Smith off the dribble penetration, threw it away. Quickly the other way for the layup. Again, off the turnover. Arthur Oliver on a sprint out. He has 17 points in the game now. And a 13-point lead for the Warriors.
See, Allen sitting down there at the low post.
Nice pass.
There we go.
$11-point lead here. Stolen away, so the Bruins come up with a turnover. Pushed it all the way. Nice offensive board, and a stick back by Allen.
There's a little spark.
Well, they got out in transition, created the opportunity. Big man ran the floor, and it pays off on the other end. The foul by Knighton is his 3rd. Substitution coming. Knighton with 3 will come out. It's down to single digits again, and Allen will head to the line as KT Trepanier comes in for the Warriors. Here's Allen. That's his first 2 of the second half. He's got 14 in the game. Go with 12 rebounds. Allen puts it up, and it's in and out. So unable to convert the 3-point play.
Low full court trap.
That's going to be a wild pass turned over by EJ. So the pressure pays off. Can Bonneville convert?
I think they caught him by surprise. They weren't expecting it.
Allen with a pick and roll, but they didn't go to him. Leaner. Flippin can't control. Out of bounds to Bonneville. So the Bruins turning it up now in terms of their intensity, and a timeout here taken by EJ with 2:01 to play in the 3rd quarter. 45-36 Warriors on top, led by Chris Flippin with 18 points, 4 rebounds. Arthur Oliver, though, has been outstanding with 17 points, 3 rebounds, a couple of assists, and Will Allen with 14 points, 12 boards, and a couple of blocks for the Bruins. But he's looking for some support. You have Theo Johnson, who has 7 points, 4 assists, but they need somebody, 1 or 2 people, to start knocking down those perimeter shots to open things up against that zone.
Well, they got to start looking for better shots on that perimeter too, instead of just coming down and throwing the first one up that they get. Keep moving it around, take it one possession at a time. You're still looking to get the ball inside to Will Allen. I mean, he's your bread and butter right there, so you still want to get it inside to him. Draw the old-fashioned three-point play by getting it inside to him. He still has to get a little bit more aggressive in this second half on the offensive end. Looks like he's picking it up a little bit, and there's plenty of time left. But East Jefferson's got a lot of momentum right now.
East Jeff was 17-10 a year ago, lost to H.L. Bourgeois in the playoffs, 73-58. Up by 9 here, Bonneville basketball front court. Hubbard got it in the middle nicely. Boy, and he missed it. Got a great look there. Just could not put it in. Reese the rebound. Dribble penetration to Clipman, but he fumbled
right
it out of
bounds.
So another turnover for East Jefferson. That's 5 in the quarter now for EJ. And they've got
bad one
10
there.
in the game.
I mean, he had the ball. The pass came to him at his waist, and he puts it down on the floor instead of just taking it and taking a good hard step to the goal and keeping the ball up with his elbows out.
Hubbard wasn't looking for the shot there. Now they'll get it up. Not going to happen. Controlled by K.J. Johnson for EJ.
Actually, not a bad offensive possession there. A bad look there for Bonnabel. Just didn't get a basket off of it.
Passed up the first, got a better look, knocked it down. Reese with a good stroke has 7, 47-36. Now for EJ, back up double figures. 1 minute mark of the third quarter. Bonneville has to get this to single digits, don't they? Going to the fourth quarter?
Yeah, they do. They can't get any further than this, that's for sure.
Long 3 ball here. Bam. Stroke. Dijon knocks it down. Dijon with 3 3-pointers in the game for 9 points.
He is one of your better three-point shooters, so he's got a green light, I'm sure.
Trying to double team in backcourt.
EJ having trouble with the press.
Got it beat there off the bounce and got a great layup, but before that, offensive foul, player control. That's on Oliver. Player control foul, 6 turnover for EJ in the quarter, and now Oliver in foul trouble with 36.1 seconds to play in the third quarter. Remember that. Oliver's been so big for them. He's got to come out of the game with 4 fouls and replaced here by Knighton. Boy, he has been their primary guy, creating all these opportunities.
See how long they go without him. I mean, the good thing is he's out of the game. You got an 8-point lead, so.
Bruins could play for 1 shot, but not likely to. Long 3. And a defensive rebound, and now EJ can play for the final shot. Trepanier got the rebound. 13 seconds left. Just walking the dribble is Reese. Reese with 9. Reese with 6.
Good defense. Good defense.
Fakes his man out of the way. Forced it up.
That was really good defense.
Outstanding on the
Theo
ball
Johnson
defense.
really did a good job defensively.
And that's something that could ignite Bonneville. We've played 3. 47-39 East Jefferson on top. Yeah, he just wasn't going to get beat off the dribble there, was he?
He just didn't let that happen. No, he did not let that happen. So many times you see it, especially in the pros, you see him holding for 1 shot, and you'll see a guy dribble around, and he's around the perimeter, and he's trying to get inside, and he can't. And then in the last couple of seconds before the shot clock goes out, he gets away and scores. That didn't happen this time. Johnson just clamped down on him and didn't let him get loose. Really an off-balance shot.
So 47-39 as we get ready to start the final quarter here. East Jefferson with the lead. Chris Flippin, 18 points, 4 rebounds. Arthur Oliver, 17 points, 3 assists. And for Bonnabel, it's Will Allen, 14 points, 13 rebounds. And Omar Dijal with 9 points for the Bruins. Dijal's the man from the perimeter. He's knocked down 3 triples. If they can get him a good look.
Yeah, I think he's got the green light for when he's open. He feels it. He can shoot it. East Jefferson without Oliver in the game, not only are they going to be missing a little of that outside shooting, they're going to be missing something off the press, handling the ball off the press.
KJ Johnson to get it inbounds. Over the top. Reese fumbled it, got it back. Bonneville man-to-man now. Flipping to the high post. Split 2 defenders, got the look, got it. Made it look easy.
Strong shot, strong.
Trepanier with his first 2. The Warriors back up double digits. 7:30 to play. All the way, good drive. And the finish as well by Theo Johnson. He's got 9, and the lead is 8.
Here's that press. And a trap in the corner.
Just averted trouble. Crossover, got there, can't finish.
Got his
Offensive
own
rebound, blocked by Allen. On the floor, picked up again by Reese. Allen's third block. Great pass to Flippin, and Allen blocked it, but they call a foul. Allen got him, but he got part of the hand apparently.
Ooh.
And that will send Flippin to the free throw line. Bonneville fans didn't see it that way, neither did Micah Higgins. Flippin will head to the line. The foul is on Will Allen, and that is his first. Flippin to the line to shoot 2. 1 out of 2 in the game from the free throw line, trying to extend an 8-point lead. And he does. 19 for Flippin.
East Jefferson's doing a good job when they penetrate. When Allen leaves Flippin to help, they're finding him. They're looking for him. So that's really important for them right now to continue to take advantage of that.
Flippin with 20. East Jeff up 10. 51-41. 6:51 to play. Theo Johnson against pressure. Hubbard in the middle. Johnson got it back and can't get it. Offensive rebound though. And a pass is thrown away. So a turnover Bonneville is their 6th of the game. And the Warriors get it back with a 10-point lead. The definitive run was the 12-2 run for East Jefferson to start the third quarter.
Yeah. East Jefferson playing really smart.
That's the working margin in this game. This is a good-looking team. And again, we told you that they're better than their record. The football players have really made a difference. That's obvious. Left-hand floater. And he'll go to the free throw line. That foul's going to be on Trepanier. 2 shots are coming. This is where Bonneville can get back in it with no time off the clock if they can make free throws. In situations like these, as Jacque Jefferson goes to the free throw line, takes 4 points with him to the line to shoot 2. Jefferson, a senior at 6'1".
You know, Kenny, earlier this school year, the Louisiana High School Basketball Coaches Association made a proposal to the LHSAA that at the end of the season, instead of just using the power rankings to rank the teams in the playoffs, let the coaches get together and vote using the power rankings as a guide, but let them vote, which we did one year a few years ago. The reasoning behind that was so many teams were missing football players still missing football players. Basically, here's a good example. East Jefferson's record is not indicative of the kind of team they have.
Not at all.
They should be a much better rated team.
Yeah, this is a good basketball team. Up 10 and looking for more. Back rim.
Could have been a little more patient.
Dijal with the board is third. Bonneville needs to get something going here. Nice dribble drive, but can't finish. And Flippin saves it beautifully.
Nice play.
Off of Allen. Flippin has really done a good job. He's opened some eyes here this evening. If you're looking for a player at 6'9", the senior.
He's not doing this against some guy that's 6 foot tall.
Not in the least. Double teamed. It's going to pay off for the turnover, but now they give it right back. Turnover for a turnover.
Timeout.
And a timeout, EJ. So, even when Bonnabel does something good, they gave it right back with 5:17 to play and a 10-point lead for the Warriors. Ken Trahan with Bill Gallagher. Crescent City Sports Prep Basketball is brought to you by Lamarck Ford and Kenner with a 30,000 square foot collision center using state-of-the-art technology to repair all makes and models, and one of the first in the area to work on aluminum bodied vehicles. Come see our remarkable deals and service. Go to Lamarck.com if you can't go by. Lamarck Lincoln there as well, and it's fantastic. And what a complex you have in Kenner now at Lamarck. Thanks to Ronnie Lamarck Jr., the entire Lamarck family for their continued support. We also want to salute our good and great friends at Gibbs Construction, a leader in the construction industry in Louisiana and the Gulf Coast for more than 35 years. Transforming dreams, visions, and plans into reality. Gibbs Construction. Our dear friend Larry Gibbs supporting us for such an elongated period of time. What a class act and a good man. Saw Emerson over the holidays. Was with him. Former Jesuit in Tulane, great. Full court pressure, easily handled. And now Reese slows it up. They want to make him come out and play. They got Will Allen way out on top of the ball.
And
there's a mismatch by taking Allen outside.
Yeah.
And they recognized it, didn't they?
Flippin was looking for it early when the ball was up at the top. He was trying to get the ball, calling for it, and they wouldn't get it to him, couldn't get it to him. They got it to him there.
Great recognition. They figured it out. 3 ball coming. Nope. Strong rebound. Allen fakes, tries to position himself. It's blocked by Flippin. Got it back. Put it up. Foul. No good. So a couple of rebounds there. Blocked by Flippin, but a foul will be called.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look again at the defense and see why Allen was coming up so high. I mean, there's certainly a mismatch down low on Flippin with Allen out of the paint.
And I believe that's 5 on Knighton. So Knighton comes out of the game as they sound the horn. He's fouled out of the game without scoring. Again, they've had foul trouble throughout, but it's not been a problem until now. And Marcel Fischer will take his time to get his team back on the floor. He's got time to do that when someone fouls out. Oliver Reese, Trepanier on the floor, along with Flippin and Johnson.
You know, you had that battle in the paint between Allen and Flippin. Neither one of them has stepped off the floor tonight. They played the entire game.
Bonneville just hasn't been able to get Allen enough looks in the second half. He's got 15, but he had 12 in the first half. Takes a deep breath. Ready with his second. Allen, nice touch. 16 for Will, and it's 53-43. And a steal, but out of bounds. Certainly like the aggressiveness there. Bonneville has to press, and they're doing so now. Don't like to bring it in the corner. They did there.
Don't like the corner.
Got it in the middle now and break it.
Keep it in the middle. You take the trap away.
Got him chasing now. They go down low against Allen, and Flippin scores. Flippin doing the job in a big way. The assisted Johnson. Flippin with 24. And it's 55-43. And there's Dijal, who's their outstanding 3-baller, converting again, and a timeout call right away. With 4:08 to play, it's 55-46. Got it back within single digits. Dijol's got 12, all on three-pointers, 4 of those.
Flippin is just playing with more and more confidence every possession down the floor. He's calling for the ball, he wants the ball, and he's going up confident.
24 points with 4 boards, 2 blocks. He has really shown himself to be worthy of a lot of attention the way he's played here tonight.
Yeah, I would be curious to see if anybody's looking at that young man.
Yeah, he's gotten a little bit of attention, but I got to believe that anybody sees this tape, in particular the competition he played against,
let's hope they're
going to like him a lot.
Let's hope they're looking at CrescentCitySports.com.
They will. Watch the replay continuously.
Huh? Just turn the sound down so they don't have to listen to us and watch the game.
Again, the full court pressure. Having trouble getting it in. Where's the 5 call? There it is.
See, he can run the baseline. I don't know why they don't run the baseline. They haven't done that all night.
13 turnover for EJ, and now Bonnabel, with no time off the clock, gets it back down 9. Do the Bruins have a run in them? They're certainly capable. Hubbard to bring it in. Fonzie open man overpass.
Try to get it inside to Allen.
Now they get Allen on the baseline. Double team has to kick it out, but they jumped out on Dijol, so he dribble penetrates. Another look in the lane and finished.
The key to that one was giving up the baseline on the drive. They were able to kick it out after he took the baseline.
That's Jefferson, cuts the deficit to 7. 3:45 left. Off the dribble, it's blocked by Allen, out of bounds on Oliver. Allen rejects it. His 4th block of the game. Allen's long for 6'8", and he's got good timing as well.
Yeah, if I'm East Jefferson, I'm not shooting the ball outside. I'm working it inside.
Go all the way in backcourt to Oliver, and he wisely spins it out of there quickly to Reese, who dribble drives, left hands it up, no good. And the rebound, Bonneville, here they come. The other way.
Ooh, had an open man.
Pushing it.
Yeah,
now
Johnson
stopping.
Open.
Long 3, Dijol. That's way off, and a long rebound. That would have changed things, but unable to convert.
That was a crucial possession there.
Reese with his 7th rebound of the game. He slips and falls, tries to save the possession, and timeout EJ.
Timeout.
So that's how he was able to save the possession, burn the timeout. Smart move, 3:12 to play, 7-point lead.
How many timeouts does EJ have left?
Good question. Haven't kept them.
Looking at the officials, seeing if they're giving a signal of anything, but they aren't.
So with 3:12 to play, a 7-point lead for East Jefferson. So you look at the foul situation, which is what I look at here. We're not going to see free throws because they still have a foul to give, does East Jefferson. Bonnabel only has 2 team fouls, so they're in deep trouble because they'd like to extend the game, and the way to do that is to put EJ at the free throw line. They're not going to do that.
Win or lose, I look at these stats at the end of the game as a coach, and I'm going, guys, you committed 2 fouls in the first half and 2 fouls in the second half. You're not playing aggressive.
Yeah, they've got 5 total in the game I'm looking at right here, so 5 total fouls. Credit the officials who've done an excellent job in this game with calling the game and letting them play.
Yeah.
And yet they've had the game under control as well. That's a sign of a well-officiated game.
You got 3 good guys out here. Three
doing an excellent job. And an offensive foul to use the free arm to push off. Turnover. EJ, good job defensively by Hubbard. Reese can't believe it. His 4th. The turnover start to mount for East Jefferson. 14. Bonneville with the ball. Extending the defense, and he beat it and got to the rim and almost finished, but will shoot 2. Wow, he almost got that thing to go home off the bounce. As EJ really extended its defense, which surprised me a little bit. Johnson to foul, his 3rd. Free throws coming here for Theo Johnson, trying to reach double figures. 9 points in the game. He's 1 of 1 from the line. He's got 5 assists in the game. Johnson's first one is up, and he's missed it. Bonneville's missed 3 in this quarter, and they can't afford that, trying to make up this deficit.
Yeah, they've had a lot of empty possessions.
second by Theo Johnson. Got one of two as he splits them, has double figures in the game with 10. And it's a 6-point lead with 3:01 to play. And the full court pressure once again. In the corner, not where they wanted to be, got out of it. Now a 2-on-1, but they don't go for it.
Wow.
Jeff backs it out. Had Flippin against Allen. They elected not to go there.
I think they want to run some time off the clock.
Fisher telling him to slow it down. Oliver just handling it. Able to get inside that penetration line. Now goes over the top to Flippin.
Oh,
Great
nice.
pass.
Oh, my gosh.
What a pass by Oliver. Flippin finishes. He's got 26.
The recognition there that Allen lost Flippin. Didn't know where he was.
This Oliver might be a good quarterback. He's a heck of a basketball player. Put it in. Jefferson from Johnson. 57-51. Trapped in the corner, but there's the big man to bail him out.
Get it across.
Have to get it across. The clock is counting. And got bumped, no call. Just got it across with 2 minutes left. 6-point game. Here's Flippin all the way to the hole. He'll score. 28 for Flippin. East Jefferson up by 8. 1:50 to play. Johnson almost walked. Good extra pass. Open look. And the Warriors control the board. Should slow it up. That's Oliver again. What a game he's played.
That's not a charge. That's
a block. He almost finished it.
Yeah. See, Flippin is playing with such tenacity right now, with such confidence.
What a huge game he's had. 28 points, 5 boards. He's at the line to try to have a 30-point night with his team already up 8 with 1:28 to play. This will be viewed as an upset by most, but we told you coming in, East Jefferson is clearly better than its record. And again, the X factor in basketball is adding the football players and them getting into basketball shape.
Well, the other thing too, not to make excuses for Bonnabel, but they played Friday, Saturday against some really top-notch teams.
Capital and Southern Lab.
They may not have a whole lot left in the tank right now.
29 for Flippin, looking for a 30-point night. It's short.
He's got almost half their points.
Allen with his 16th rebound. Long three, Dijal, that's an air ball. And out of bounds to East Jefferson. Warriors in control. All they've got to do is take care of the ball now. 3-possession game, up 9, 1:19 left. Checking the floor for a wet spot here. Again, Flippin with 29 points, 5 boards. Has 2 blocks as well. Can't ask for much more. They're going to have to foul. The problem is they've only committed 3 team fouls.
Right, you got to do it now.
And they're not doing it.
They're letting the clock
With
run.
a minute 10 left, and the clock's East Jefferson's outline. They're just moving the ball beautifully. Bonnabel's in a chase position, but again, they're not fouling. A minute left.
And I don't.
And look at this effort by Flippin. It looked like not a good idea, but Flippin is so determined. He just fights for it.
The determination he's playing with, the confidence that he's playing with right now.
Will Allen commits the third. Boy, Allen's been really good, but Flippin's been the best big man in this game.
He sure has.
And Allen's got 16 and 16 for what it's worth, and 4 blocks.
And he's overshadowed.
Yep, that's the kind of game that Chris Flippin has had. Puts the first one up, and it's in and out. Still looking for that 30th point. From a statistical perspective, you'd like to see him get it, right?
Exactly, yeah. Kind of a magical number.
It certainly is. And the way he's played, he deserves it. Second is short. Bonnabel on the run. They have to hurry. Got to get a shot up quickly. Long three, Johnson.
That's deep.
Very deep, and EJ's got it. Don't need to attack, and they know it.
Well, if they're not going to foul, that's just about it.
Yeah. And they're not. With 34 seconds left, the Warriors are going to win this game.
A little surprised they didn't foul at the end here.
Agreed. Just running the clock out here. Listen to the Warrior fans. Big win for East Jefferson here tonight, and they earned it. They were the better team here tonight, Bill.
It took them a while. It took them a while to get their foot on the, get themselves going, get their footing, but then they took it to them and didn't let up.
Special performance tonight by the East Jefferson Warriors, who win it by the score of 60-51 over the Bonneville Bruins. A special night for Shane Foster at Bonneville here tonight. A really good basketball team on the Bruins, but they fall to 13-5 tonight. They just got beat by a team that was determined and played great basketball, the EJ Warriors.
They just had an inside-outside attack tonight with Oliver and Flippin, and really no answer for Bonneville. I really think they kind of ran out of gas. I think they just played a lot of games, a lot of tough games the last few weeks, the last few days. Nothing to be ashamed of. It's it's a long season. Hopefully that the season gets finished, but district hasn't even started for them yet. So, these teams are going to meet again in a couple of weeks in district, and I wouldn't expect anything less than what we saw tonight. That's for sure.
Warriors to 11-6 with a victory here tonight as they win it by the score of 60-51. Let's take a look at some of the final numbers. Interestingly enough, in the second half, there were no lead changes after that back and forth first half because EJ came out and went on that 12-2 run to start the second half, really controlled play, and won this game in solid fashion. For Bonnabel, Vandell Smith had 2 points, Sean Knight with 3. Theo Johnson finished with 10 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds. It was Jacques Jefferson with 8 points, Nomar Dijal 12 points, all on 3-pointers. And Will Allen finished with 16 points, 16 rebounds, 4 blocks. For the East Jefferson Warriors, KJ Johnson with 5 points, 4 boards, 3 assists. It was KT Trepanier with 2 points. Malik Reese with 7 points, 7 boards, and 3 assists. Arthur Oliver with 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And the leading scorer, Chris Flippin, had 29 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a special performance. Bonneville turned it over 8 times. East Jefferson turned it over a total of 16 times, but it didn't hurt them. Warriors controlled play in the second half, and they win this game by the score of 60-51 to improve to 11-6 on the year. Bill, some thoughts about what we saw here this evening?
Well, I think Flippin, Chris Flippin, I really don't know. I have to admit, I don't know much about him, the young man. But he made his presence known tonight. He was certainly the difference. He was a force. Will Allen just had no answer. He couldn't stop him. He kept playing with more and more determination and more confidence. And then you had Arthur Oliver that stepped up and really, like you said a couple of times during the game, really is the quarterback of this team, not just the football team, but of the basketball team. Bonneville couldn't find anybody, even though Dijal had his 3-pointers. It just wasn't enough. He didn't have anything else, So he just didn't. There wasn't enough to go along with Allen. Allen had a monster game, 16 points, 16 rebounds. You're thinking, oh my gosh. But they lose.
Should bode well, but it didn't, right?
It just didn't. I think East Jefferson had more weapons overall, even though they got in foul trouble. They were able to withstand and overcome that foul trouble. Made Bonneville settle for a lot of outside shots, and Dijon was the only one that was really making those outside shots. So I think you're going to see both coaches make some adjustments before they play each other again. I believe it's at the end of this month. And if it's here again, I might just walk around the corner and come see that game again. I tell you what, it's going to be an entertaining game.
Well, I just think that you've got a basketball team in East Jefferson that's a dangerous team right now, not a very high seed either, and I wouldn't want to see them early in the playoffs with the way they're going at this stage, and they're starting to hit on all cylinders with this team now together with its basketball players and its two-sport guys playing the way they're playing. I just see a lot of good things in store for Marcel Fisher's team.
Well, that's one of those reasons why the Basketball Coaches Association wanted to have some input as coaches, have some input in the final rankings for the 1 through 32 for the playoffs. Yeah. Because you got a team like East Jefferson that doesn't have a real good record. that, it'll have a decent record, but it's not going to have those power points because they lost a lot of non-district games before, to some good teams. It's a shame it's a good chance they won't have a real high ranking, but they're going to be awfully dangerous if they're in that middle, 16, 17, 18 spot at the end of the season in the playoffs. They're going to give somebody with a higher seed a whole lot of trouble.
Well, they are indeed, and they will host, they being East Jefferson, will host Chalmette on Friday, and Bonnabel has another tough game at McMain, who's really good, on Friday as well. So again, they're playing everybody. These two programs have no fear. I really like the approach of Micah Hagans and the approach of Marcel Fisher because they play the toughest competition imaginable, and all that does is make you good in the playoffs.
Well, I think a lot of these teams are scheduling on the go because of COVID, because you've got so many schools that either have a positive COVID test or through contact tracing don't have enough. They've got to cancel some games. So you're forced, in a sense, a lot of times to play better teams because you just want to play. So I don't know. I'm sure the Chalmette game and the McMain games may have been scheduled way ahead of time, but I know schools are scheduling schools at the last second. They're looking. You can go on Twitter. You can go on GoPreps.com and see guys that are posting such and such needs a game. Such and such needs a game. So teams don't care who they play right now, and so you're getting some teams you're getting some really good matchups. Bottom line.
So good stuff here tonight. The retirement of Shane Foster. Number, and boy, he richly deserved it. Marcus Sims told us, going to get this done. He was right, and they did here tonight.
He came over and just told us he was right, too.
So we're going to get him, and they did. Just a really impressive performance by the East Jefferson Warriors tonight as they defeat the Bonneville Bruins by the score of 60-51. Bill, final thoughts before we depart here?
Both these teams have a bright future. It's a shame on Shane Foster night that Bonneville couldn't get the win to put the icing on the cake, but I'm sure he's happy with what he saw tonight, the effort that Bonneville gave. East Jefferson's got to be very pleased with what they did also, and both these teams are on the upswing, that's for sure.
Bill, it's been a pleasure, my friend. We'll do it again soon.
Absolutely. Can't wait.
Thank you very much. Once again, our final tonight, 60-51, East Jefferson defeats Bonneville. Want to thank Chip Merritt, Matt Merritt for a job well done as always. They do a great job for us, and we're deeply appreciative. Thanks to Bill Gallagher. Thanks to everyone watching. Watch the replay as many times as you like here at CrescentCitySports.com. It's always free. Once again, our final, East Jefferson 60, Bonneville 51. Now, this is Ken Trahan saying thanks for joining us and be a good sport. God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long.